Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Today I said I wanted to play GBF, Guild War, but to be fair, most of the time I'm just using a horde as the way. So what I'm going to talk about for now would really just be GBF first. Then we'll just do a little bit of Trails Beyond the Horizon grinding. I'm not streaming the story part, I'm just streaming the grinding part, just because it's just, I don't know. It's just for me to make content, I guess, while I'm doing stuff. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about GBF today. Um, if you're doing EX Plus, I think this is doable as well, except you need more buttons. But not that I tried EX Plus yet. I actually have been just doing horde grinding. Let me see. Oh, the thing disappears when it happens, huh? Good to know. Where is GBF? And I mean, you can see it here, right? That's just me doing the hot stuff. The game actually doesn't like it when it's paused. Yeah, it's very strange. Okay, good to know. So ideally, I'm going to start with GBF first, right? We're going to do a little bit about GBF first. I'm just going to up this for now. Right. So if you're having problem doing HOTS, I had to actually consult my guildmates to optimize my setup because I was still having button problems. So generally speaking, not too much problem nowadays. I kinda really am already hitting consistent kill button. I didn't really need much in terms of making it work. I have hunting after all. People who say that you don't need hunting, um please go check out that yourself whether you need hunting or not, because to me hunting is good because it has a free double strike, and that means you can use classes like Glorybringer, right? And you do not have the weird thing that Fighter Origin has, which is basically you only can get the hunting effect at turn, was it 8 or turn 7? Depending on how it's set up, it's probably around turn 7, turn 8. So yeah, that's without support. I think with support you can get turn 7 to turn 6, but don't quote me on that, right? I think personally speaking, hunting is a position where it's you have it because you wanted to get out of Earth Hell. Back during when there wasn't M3, hunting was a way to get out of Hell because it was the only way you could get your Earth to deal enough damage, right? Based off MC only. So I mean, you can still use hunting in Diaspora. Nothing is wrong. Um, there are very much setups still using that with I forgot which was the class does it. Chaos Ruler with Ultimate Mastery. So you still could use that kind of setup, right? But yeah. So before you invest in this guild war, check whether you really want to invest in a earth hunting, because people say Andromeda is a better weapon right now, right? And my case is, do you want to play Ogi? Do you want to play autos? Right? Ogi setup, Kango still does the job better, right? For most part, Kango is slot in anywhere. You can OE anytime. Whereas Andromeda, you are forced to Rising Force, I believe. And depending on the setup, you need a certain few characters to make it loopable, firstly. Secondly, its its damage is a lot higher for low end players because Ogi is easier to reach cap. But the thing is lockout, right? So if you're a new player, I can suggest both because both have its own use, right? Andromeda is technically easier to use because OG setup means easier to hit damage cap, but you're lacking the ability to generate your charge bar to achieve consistent blasting of OGs. So, but then if you're using this hunting, you are not going to be able to reach max normal attack damage because you need so much cap out items. And secondly, you need a lot of attack to reach the raw damage needed for the normal attack multiplier to hit cap. And then finally, of course, it is a 150 gold weapon that actually has ability that drains your HP. So if you do not have much HP, you're also gonna get yourself reasonably killed by your own weapon demise, basically. So yeah. But based on this setup, this is very easily for me to farm you know Guild War. I haven't done EX Plus, to be honest. I'm pretty sure this should be fine if I use Bubs. Bubs plus 2 of this should be enough, I think. Yeah. There you go. I mean, this will definitely guarantee a kill. Yeah, see, I probably don't even need that, and he probably can do it. You know what? Let's try. If I do one more time, obviously I'm gonna do a few runs of this just to showcase that it's probably doable, probably without it. It is, after all, very strong. Oh, you can't? Oh, no. Okay. I guess I need to use that skill then. Okay. At least it's one button. But I mean, I'm not an Earth main player. I'm usually pretty bad at it, so yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, if you can off your Ogis, because you want, yeah, okay, yeah, you definitely need to get the skill up to actually kill it off really fast. So I guess that makes sense, right? I haven't tried out this yet. I may do a few before the Guild War prelim ends, because I do want to strive to hit 100 mil, right? Sorry. Yeah, 100 mil. What's the predicted ranking? I think it's 1.2 billion. Is it? No, this is for 2K. For 100K, my prediction is 210 million, I think, for 100K by end of the day. The JP are going to start farming really hard soon, so yeah. But anyway, if you are doing hot, it's just very easy. You just do this and yeah, just set it up like this. For me, I don't have quick summon on. It's just full auto with charge attack off, and you only need 3 buttons, and then it would just grind itself. And before we continue on to the Horizon, I'd like to actually address one thing, which is that you can ignore the artifacts. I'll be honest, artifacts are probably one of the worst system right now in GBF. AJT actually, before Guild War, recently made a rant on a few things. I would like to address a few of those things. Not to defend or oppose anybody, but I'd like to share my thoughts. And um, yeah, it's really about a few things relating to etiquette, right? Etiquette. Uh, it really boils down to characterization of humanity, right? So first thing I want to address is regarding copying of grids. Okay, when you're copying of grids, please try to reduce asking the question, "What is the replacement?" Um, I think AJT, if you watch AJT's videos on his rant, AJT 007, I think. I forget what's his full YouTube channel name. But it's just basically a GBF rant by AJT. If you can search it up. One of the things he talked about was that when he was on the wiki team, right, GBF wiki team, a lot of people were asking about replacements. Now, when you ask about replacements, there are a few things you need to know, right? Firstly, not everything can be replaced. You need to have a bare minimum understanding of each character. For me, basically, when I was asking for um assistance yesterday for basically trying to meet max, because I have been having the same comp for 4 Guild Wars, I think 3 or 4 Earth Guild Wars already, and I wanted to switch it up. I mean, I did have Kukuruks, but Kukuruks itself is strong, but it's not broken enough nowadays to warrant that. So what is the best way to ask? Well, firstly is what optimization can you do? For me, I change out Sarasa, right? So like I wanted lesser buttons to work. So in this particular case, Jamil is a better kind of situation because he automatically gets the buff wherever he kills the enemy, and then as the turn progresses, he will get auto buffing by himself, which give him supplement damage and all of this into hiding stuff. And because the boss and stuff dies really fast and the turn progression goes really fast, he will be able to stack really fast without having much of a problem. Right. So there's that. But then in the HL space, I do understand the crown of not having the grid, not having the characters to do the raids. Um, honestly, not having the character to do the raids are usually fine. Okay, I would like to address that if you have problem with the raids, firstly go into training, co-op, I believe. Set up a test room basically. So make sure it's not using the actual mats but using basically trial mode. Go in, practice whatever you can. Okay. So for example, let's say in Hexa Chromatic Hierarch, because most people should be around that level for now. I already practiced Suba already. I can do up to 10%, and I'm fine letting the last burster do that last 10%. Okay. I'm not at the point yet I can do Suba solo without Draconic. Um but that's what I'm trying to say, right? Super HL generally is easy nowadays, so if you're complaining about HL rates being too difficult, Far Zero is probably the only one you should be able to complain about. The rest, um, as far back as yeah. But obviously, try to gauge where you are and what rate you can do for sure, right? Hexa, if you have probably 3 out of 4 characters, you have one character missing. Um, Firstly, learn what character can replace it. What is the character trying to do? Was it trying to do hits? Was it trying to do debuff? Was it trying to do a multiple or stuff? Was it trying to upkeep your multi attack buff? Was it trying to prevent your buff getting stripped off? Or was it something of the like? Or was it for it to substitute 40%? Right? There are some routes that uses the 40% substitute route, right? So at that 40%, you would put them to start um tanking the freaking killing every character kind of bullshit. And sometimes substitute characters can do that and prevent the wipe. So there's that as well. We all need to know what we need and what we lack. So you do need to know some basis of what the boss have as well before you ask the recommendation. For me, this kind of thing generally easy enough. Also, you can also go to Twitter to also search up all of the GBF Japanese site where they always theorycraft or Kuo from YouTube, right? Kuo is still active on YouTube, just not always facing the English side now after he stopped translating every single video to push out more Japanese video and letting the YouTube translation auto translate for them, right? That's one thing. Just saying that it can also be a bit tough because not all the terms in Granblue, when translated via auto translation, would make sense. That's something Kuwataro does not, but it's mostly that you can understand the overall flow or structure that he is fine with doing this, right? And I'm sure as hell not going to be streaming Granblue for Guild War, the rest of this Guild War, I don't think next week I'll be streaming this. So generally speaking, yeah, this is the time where I'm gonna just sit down and talk a little bit about all of this thing, right? Etiquette, right? When you join the raid, right? There are certain stickers you can use, like the OK stickers, or when you hit a certain percentile, you put some stickers that the JP community and the EN community kind of like shadow understand that these are the stuff that you hit when you hit a certain trigger, when you hit a certain omen, you push these buttons as courtesy, right? If not, someone sometimes will push the thing and automatically the raid fails, then who's the one to blame, right? The language barrier will just make it hard for you to blame anything as well. So it's like learn the etiquette. right? Learn the characters, learn what you need to learn, right? Do not rush into HL just because people are telling you that, right? You sometimes need the motivation, you sometimes need to beat up the Ricky just to know the move. Do that, okay? For me, I am still struggling Hexa. I'll be perfectly honest, right? I believe I'm on the 2 million times 15 kind of problem. I was looking at stuff maybe regarding what skills I should use during this kind of situation, and if I fail to reset, what are the stuff I need to do? Because sometimes summons are used as a stopgap for all of these things as well. Just to make sure you know, summons can also be a very primal problem to touch upon, right? I have tried multiple runs of Hexa and multiple elements, I'll be honest. All of them I can reach to, I think other than, I think, was it Dark? Dark could reach to 40 relatively easy. But after that, I had problems because I had to break the Fadil's field. And if you know, Fadil's field cannot be recasted. I'm waiting for Fadil Uncapped. Once they make it recastable, like please make that shit recastable. I think it should be fine. But generally speaking, the one I had the best luck, easy time was Dark, followed by Water, I think. Water or Earth. Earth, yeah, came. Just came, yeah, Earth. So, and also, obviously, when we talk about you being time locked, time gated, because Archaean characters are not easy to 100, and they also need a lot of prep work. Like to unlock them, you need to do a lot of grinding. Some of them are not easily rushed out, right? Even if you have the whole of sandbox with you, you are still not going to be able to get it like very easily. Even with the Arcarium event that makes it faster, you are still going to take a while. All of these are normal, okay? If you do not have the characters, like for example for Windside, right? The Windside, I believe you need the Harlan, which is Hase's brother, I think. I forgot his name. You do not have him, then don't run Win, right? That's the only thing I can say because he's such an integral character that no one can replace, right? You must understand that what are replaceable and what are not replaceable is also very important, right? For example, like most Arcarian characters, if they are inside, if they are replaceable, people you can look on the wiki, they will say it's replaceable. You know, I think to some extent they will tell you that it's replaceable. They will have the switch icon. You can switch with someone, and then you would when you switch to someone that alternative you also do not have, look for something similar because generally speaking, it just means there's a flex slot. Um, if you do not know what a flex slot means, it's a flexible character, which means if you can just get relatively the same amount of damage, same amount of hit, same amount of debuff, or whatever it was trying to procure, go ahead. Like I believe one of the comps have V Ladeva. You do not need V Ladeva for it. It's just a way to get a consistent attack defense trip and I think multi attack buff. You can make the multi attack buff work in your grid. So basically, if you have a better way to set up your grid, you might need to switch around, but you should be able to get your multi attack buff properly set up and then continue again, right? I heard that light Hexa is the easiest. No clue yet. My light Hexa seems to be damn shit. It's the only one that couldn't pass 40 proper. So yeah. Then again, Hexa is a bit complicated because a lot of elements want you to run it with Alexio. And sometimes if you do not have Alexio, fully uncapped by the way, and you only use Gojo, Satoru Gojo is very horrible and hard to use. Two reasons. It's a dark element and it has one of the longest cooldowns. Compared to Alexio, it has I think 1 or 2 turns longer. So that means that sometimes you need to purposely take a little bit more damage or jinx just to get that across, which is not great obviously, but you have to play around it. I tried it before on light, and that kind of not fun though. I should probably redo light with it with a little bit more weighting, but as said, Hexa is kind of painful. I do not have Draconic, so it's unnerving, right? But that's just all to say that that's an experience in GBF that you have to learn to get to tide through, right? Not everyone can help you. Not everyone has the same experience as you. And everybody who has the experience right now, or the ones who have failed many times, tested many times, and understood everything, right? So that's one thing I want to talk about regarding etiquette, right? So yeah, I don't want to blame anyone. There are all sorts of people, all sorts of players, all sorts of humans, all sorts of thought process. You just need to fine tune and think up all this, eventually you will be able to pass it. I strongly believe so, because AJT made this point that back then when they didn't have OP characters, they could do it. Why couldn't us, the current characters, have do it, right? I will say a few words regarding that. Don't put that as a benchmark, because people who are in the frontliners, or people who are very sore about losing, and because of that, they always think about, I want to get the first to win and all of this thing. These are all kind of, actually every time a raid releases, if you notice, HL raid releases in Grand Blue, people actually, JP and EN side rush really hard. CN as well. They rush really hard to beat it. And putting normal players against that, the feel driven is different, right? They are the ones pioneering, recording, analyzing, and adjusting on the fly what they need to do during those raids. We are not. We are actually basing it all based on their knowledge that they passed down, the community has passed down, and letting people try to grind. And then when they grind finish, they're also helping a lot of the medium tier players actually grinding it out. So yeah, right. AJT made a point, but that point doesn't stand. It doesn't work for everybody, right? Not everybody has the same drive and will to do it, right? That's also another point in factor. So that rant is, invalid, I guess, in a certain sense. But I do understand his point though. Still do understand his point. It's much like how Saiki actually redid his Dual Night Abyss video, update to it basically a few days ago. It's the same thing, perspective, right? If you change your perspective, you'll realize why this makes sense, but this isn't how everybody operates. You cannot force people to change it to this operation, and they're still playing the game decently okay. It's just that some contents are just not suited for them, right? And obviously, we know side games has been nerfing Hexa, has been nerfing Suba, has been nerfing a little bit Alpha, furthermore, and then all of these things just to make it consistent, so that people who join up later don't have the support. At least some people who are still willing to do it will be able to do it a lot smoother without having all of the weird omens that kind of actually disrupt solos, right? So they have been trying to do that, shadow nerfing what are used to be Apex bosses, right? And eventually, I believe people will catch up. I mean, Opus, Dark Opus used to be, I wouldn't say hard, right? You could get Dark Opus to 100 very easily, but once you get into the 150 or is it 200, I forget, where you need far HL, normal far HL, I was scared as same time as well last time, right? I think until I actually managed to properly get the flat amount of HP needed, that I decided to join a few rounds. Eventually, I started joining more often, and then I got all my Dark Opuses built. Right, it's generally the same. Obviously, because I have not been consistently playing the game. If I'm just being honest, playing the normal raids daily is really kind of like a little bit feeling like work already. Um, you're not gonna have the spam mentality really most of the time to actually go and push for Hexa. I know, like, some of my guide writer friends, after doing their guide writing, after doing their real job, they say, I want to go Hexa, dude. you know, that kind of feeling. Not everyone has that same energy, dude. Like, huh, Hexa, I'll be like that day. I'll be like, nah. I feel like lazy. I want to lace. No, when you ask me to do Hexa, I don't want to do per. I don't want to do per board even. That kind of mood. There's all kinds, right? So yeah, but I mean, I'll eventually work out a way to finish up Draconic. Honestly, I probably can join pubs now. I already kind of learned per board and a little bit of post 40. So in a certain sense, I have picked up enough skill to kind of do it. you know, actually, yeah, I can kind of do it within time limit as well. Not solo, obviously, but with a few other people, it's probably doable as long as like 4 elements are dealt with. I think it's fine. But yeah, without further ado, I think I will stop the rant for that part, right? A DNA rant, that one I can do some other time. Obviously, I talked about the DNA rant by Psyche before. Um, I feel like the way he portrayed the evidence time is more fair, I think, for sure. But we'll talk about that in depth some other time. Then the next thing we'll talk about is artifacts. Artifacts, in my opinion, is one of the worst system implemented. I have not liked the artifact system in Genshin, nor in HSR, nor in Wuwa. So for them to bring the artifact system, obviously I know in DNA there is. I do hope they remove it, but at least the way they implement it so far is through like a Pokemon based system, which is a little bit more interesting, I'll be honest. But you know what? There are still so much problems I have with it, but that yeah. DNA needs to fix a lot of stuff, but that's not about the point. Right. GBF has this problem right now that I think they need some way to fix the artifact system because the artifacts is of a few people are using it. If they have it, it's just level 1 and just slot it in. 2 is filling up the gift box and it's annoying. Like I personally have not been touching anything related to artifacts for a while already. So um I think they need a meta shift. I don't think they should use the inventory system. I mean, if they want to use the inventory system, I don't think the thing should drop via the inventory system. What I think they should do is to put it as a point. So whenever you fight the raid, you get the trash. Instead of getting the artifact itself, you're given points. And these points can be used to reroll, can be used to buy new artifacts, as if you will be getting, and maybe even have a higher quality like HQ artifact. So this gives you higher chance of getting purple, higher chance of getting something you want. And then the last one is collective, which is basically the ability to get quirks, right? Quirks. The current system has, I think, a way to get quirks reliably through dismantling something, but I rather not have that system. They should just have made it a point system because why? No one like inventory management. They did fix inventory management when they released the reserve system and the auto reserve system and the auto reduce system. And they make this a problem again. Have they not learned why the hell people didn't like it from their inventory, right? I think this rant was well deserved. They need to do a lot of changes to it also. Yeah, right. And of course, nothing can be worse than having shitty luck in trying to get level 5. So, the highest level of an artifact is level 5 for one skill slot. And sometimes the one that you want, most importantly for mid-maxing, is, not possible because it's too low of a chance. What they should do is a prestige system that allows you to increase the artifact level randomly by another 5. And it caps at 5. It doesn't caps at 10. So that means the other 3 would have the chance to get to 5. This way, it's 2 chances worth. Then maybe if you do not want it to be too OP, get it to Prestige 2 and that's all. You cut off at Prestige 2, which means 3 stats can get up to level 5. And usually the one you want to get level 5 would probably be the other one. And then when you reset it to either the one prestige down, or you get it to another, some other way, right? If you get it to prestige 0 again, and then you need to re-level everything, might be a bit kind of scary in terms of like Grails. Grails, albeit we are all in a positive sense, can be scarily eaten up very fast if you do not know what you're doing. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that full implementation of the system, but a rough implementation of the system is not bad, right? But as I said, the current system of artifact where they actually added something that even Genshin, HSR, and Wuwa players don't really like, right? It's time consuming, time gatey, and honestly, even after a year, sometimes you may not even get what you want. It's kind of bullshit. No one liked the system in the first place. That's why Genshin recently made changes, I think last year or this year. And then Wuwa has been also close behind. They have been slightly ahead in terms of making the system more user friendly, right? Knowing which one is what's the new slot, fourth slot skills, and the level up requirements and all of these things, making it slightly better. All this or just to make it better, But it's still a horrible system, right? I rather they didn't have this system in the first place, right? I would rather have another Opus-like system in the equipment system, and you buy and slot it from points. It's just more effective. People like grinding, but people don't like RNG. I wish they knew about it, right? The original core base of GBF was grinding. You grind the weapon to drop, you grind the same stage for the summons, for the materials and resources to level it up. What it has right now is you have it to be grinding for the stuff you want to maybe drop on the same element, on the same weapon type, with good stats preferably, and when you level it, you still need to RNG another time. Why do you need a n factorial worth of RNG for a fucking game? None of the games should be doing that. If you want gacha game, make the only thing that is gacha your pulling system. And even our pulling system in GBF right now is really good, to be honest, right? In terms of the spark, right? They give quite a lot of pulls as well. Every event you can get up to like 30, 40 pulls if you really grind hard, I think, right? You get 4 single pull and something like 100. I know you get 50 per day, right? 50 per day from daily missions. You can still get from the individual story quests. You can still get uh from trophies. So it's like I think about 1,000. I think roughly 1,000, because sometimes the straw boxes. Straw boxes also give quite a few gems. So you have that gem economy going, and generally you don't need to get every banner, and most of the banner that are good are in grand like banner anyway. So you will get the new characters, the important characters, along with if you get it, all the characters you can go for grants, which are good great weapons nowadays. So we have so much like stuff here that you can play around with, right? So yeah, that's my thoughts, right? Artifact system really needs a rebalance. I think it doesn't fit the theme of GBF, or at least its current point is just clearly taken from just Genshin and being lazy. It doesn't fit how GBF is supposed to be, and I hope they remove the system. Like when they make the class system, I think the new origin system I think is really good. It's a very grindy one as well because it requires you to do guild war. But yeah, crap. Okay, that is very very tiring. So much complaining to do. So much complaining to do. So yeah, sorry about that. That's a very long run. But yeah. Anyway, good luck for everybody who's doing GBF farming, right? And yeah, I hope you get a good ranking. Okay. Oh, this is my first time seeing Solaris Breaker. Does it move her location? It does move her location. People who are watching this without knowing what Trails is and watching my previous Trail stuff and never like have other people's opinions or like stuff probably wouldn't know what game this is. Then kind of strange. Anyway, right now I'm just grinding Trails Beyond the Horizon. It's the latest game in the Trail series. If you watch my trail streams. In the past, I was been doing quite a few trail streams. Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure. I intend to redo Trails from Coast Steel. Trails to Coast Steel. Trails to Coast Steel. Trails of Coast Steel. Yeah, that's the wording doesn't sound right. I'm like, why? Yeah. No. Ah, shit. Ah, crap. Okay. HP 50%. That's very nice. Uh, Let me use something like this. I'm just leveling skills right now with some Sapphire. Again, if you have not been watching like other stuff of mine regarding the Trail series, you probably don't understand much of all this, but yeah. I mean, I really like this series, you know? Crap. Ooh. Polaris Shield. Speed down. Okay, the raid is done. Just sorry, I'm just gonna just switch it over. Hmm. You know what? It makes more sense to do this again. Azure Resonance. Yep. Why are you so adamant in trying to kill Crow? What the hell is wrong with you? Uh, what order do I want to boot? Attack Search or Rabbit Sword? Attack Search. $45? Oh, right, okay. Naruhodo. Oi. No. Oh, shield up. I have impede here. Side attack bonus. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I just learned, right, that Rin isn't as good in Daybreak compared to Cold Steel. Just because your first turn, you cannot do Spirit Unification because of how the stun thing works now. It sucks quite badly. Especially when you use EX skills, right? That's horrible. Again, people who never played the game probably will not know understand the terminology because I have not streamed this part, Daybreak and stuff. But you know, so interesting now. How after so many like technically evolution, the gameplay actually changes to a point where if old characters come back, you cannot use your old strategies anymore. Okay. Oh man, this is so good. I keep saying about Kiseki. This is so good. Like I kind of feel. Well, I'm not fanboying, right? Am I? Probably I'm fanboying, but I just love it, right? I just love it when your favorite series just has finally caught up. Okay. Nope. Stop it. Okay, we get that. We get. I want Rabbit Sword. Attack Search. Where is Fee? Fee is on the left or somewhere. She's here. I can't. Did I just miss? That's horrible. Uh. Yeah, there's no point to use that. Yeah, there's no point. Inside. Ow! Yamelo! Okay, 5k. Is it enough? Oh no. Yeesh. Where's the dealers? Crow. Uh, uh. Whoa. There are three of those. Oh yeah, baby. That's good actually. I'm gonna stick over here. I'm not gonna use any orders. Yes, give me all of that points, man. Lucky. Oh, there's so many hits. Let's go. I need to use Crow for a bit now. I mean, wait, what is this? What the hell is that weird dash attack animation? That's so clunky. That is so clunky. What do you do to my boy? Anyway, the reason why I dash stream this part is because there is no story elements right now. So, yeah, enjoy seeing whoever it is. I guess. Out of the multi hit is kind of bad. You know what? I can always use him. So I only make him broken already. After so much hell I've been through, this is like broken time. Ow. Wow, the Shadow Spear did not stagger him for long. Ah, shit. Yeah, bet. Yeah, bet. Okay. He is really bad now. Polaris Shield. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Azure Resonance again. $7K. Perfect. Oh, Azure Resonance now level 3. Wow. I really abuse it. Yes, more than Arc Raven. That's how much I abuse shit, dude. Oh, so good. Oh. I remember this song was so that much higher, huh? This should be 34. 4 will be when I get 48 and 12 CP regen. Oh, that was 11 regen. Is it? I saw it's 10. Interesting. Self delay would reduce. Oh, this is level 3 only self delay increase. 83 burn chance, self delay. Self delay is the one that I want to reduce it as much as possible. Right? 6-4 Gale would be getting the cost cut soon. And then we have a power upgrade, back attack bonus, and self delay. Hourglass Slash will also be about the same. Right, 2.6k. 2.6k is chonky though. Guess that means I need to S-craft more of her. Ooh, that's so good. 71 self delay, 48 CP cost with level 4. Boost recovery to 2.4. Oof, max is 2.4 for level 5. That's Mirror Trade no longer have instant kill, right? Yeah, it doesn't have to kill anymore. Death blow is no longer her thing. Feels bad, bro. Okay, wait. What else do we upgrade? It's just CP cost. Jeez. It's like the useless skill now. Physical, 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 physical. This is not physical as well. Support. See, you just go physical. Okay. Oh, we're done here. Port is really, really decent. Oh, I haven't activated devices. I guess it's fine. Oh, this piece of shit is always so fast. Always quitting. They really like to hit Altina for some odd reason. Oh, we got stunned. That's a bad idea. Let's just use it all the way from the back here. You know what? Let's just do it from here. We really need the guard for her. Coming all the way just to attack her. That's like bullshit, dude. Like, stop it, dude. Stop. I use Luminous Flux again. I need to get rid of this. Ooh. Okay, that was really close. That's really close. What the fish? Okay. Okay. Enough of that bullshit. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Okay, we're gonna use Polarisio. Okay, full heal ready. What else do you want? Tina is in the front line again. I'd rather she stay in the back line. Why is she always in the front line? Oh man, I just love the OST, man. Hmm. Ah crap. You can't cancel out the attack animation. Good to know. Ah crap. 4-4-4 attack. So that's what happens if you fail. Oh, if you fail, okay. So you must do it while the mobs are still active. Interesting. I guess if you want to do more combat, it's not bad, I guess. Whoa. Huh? Nah, just normal attack I think should be enough. Zero arts. Well, I'm gonna take this chance to full heal then. Let's get this first. This is so not great. We don't have magic anymore. Okay, the delay. We shoot ourselves since we barely use her S-craft. Yes, get guarded, dude. Get guarded. I think this is enough. Don't enlighten. Uh, Done. Should her turn already passed? I'm freaking faster. Okay, S-craft increase. Nope. Oh, crap. Nope. Ah, crap. So hard to see the fire. Okay. It's so hard to see the fire. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Whoa. What the heck? Okay, you know what? Let's do Polaris Shield first. Altina, you're gonna use your S-Craft. Do Paragraph. Break that. Azure Resonance. Overkill. Oh crap. Wow, automatically? Color me surprised. Color me surprised. I keep forgetting I don't need to always focus on offense. I can always focus on defense. Because Altina really makes everything more manageable. I keep forgetting that she makes everything so much manageable. Uh should probably just do this surfboard action. And then I miss this, obviously. Very nice. Okay, this is Here's the last part. I'm just gonna end the stream after this because this is like, yeah. Okay. Woo! AOS down. Ow. 6-4 Gale again, I guess. Let's drop like crazy. Okay. Where is Rin? Where the hell is he? Oh, he's in the he's being invisible. Makes sense. Azure Resonance might be better here. Yeah. I think I can get that gen. Oh, so close. Okay, well, should be fine. Let's move away. Let's go to. I mean, we technically completed the split before, so. Uh, 160. Open that. Yeah, it's fine. 640 for this is okay. For sure. For now it's okay actually. Water, quartz. Open that up. Time. Open this. Open this. Okay, I think we are fine now. Hmm. But he has nothing there, so it's a bit hard to build. need Quartz 3 to build Pro, huh? I don't think I can use Quartz 2. You know, this is fine. I guess. I could upgrade this. You know what? I'm just gonna stay on this level and then end the stream at the end of this level, basically. Just so I can get a little bit more farming done. Right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah. Rabbit sword. Okay. Let me get Azure Resonance again. Whoa. Oh, did the chest refresh? Oh. Oh, stay hidden. Why are you missing so much? Polaris. Azure Resonance. Polaris. Overkill. There we go. More green skill stone. That's pretty good. Failing a stage means you redo the stage with all the chests replenished, I think. Okay, let's see. We have one more battle, and I think I'll end the stream there. It's quite late. Wow. Yikes. We're still going? It's still going. What do I have? Max life. I only use it when it's on max level. For max level stuff. That way if I use them, it's not for any other bullshit. Rabbit sword? Yeah, rabbit sword. Okay, we're done here. Ah, this really reminds me of Cold Steel's Cold Steel 1 music. Regarding Forest, I guess. The Forest team. Not bad. Okay, wait. I want this. I want that because this one will give me good stuff. Uh, whoo! So much skill stone. Damn. Okay. This should wipe out. No? Okay. Action Slash, Luminous Flux will not wipe out everything for sure. Okay, can. Good to know. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Eh. Major Resonance. Yeah. Oh boy. Let me get. Okay. Refreshing Veil. 2 turns left. $39. We can Refulgent Flux again, so that means I'm gonna Rabbit Sword. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can Aura Breath, I guess. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. That's just what she's doing. Oh! Nuking, dude. How many S-Craft have you used? Oh my goodness, disgusting piece of shit. Oh. $21! He's nuking 21k every time, dude. Oh my goodness. That's disgusting. That is a lot of Step 5. Oh, that's good. Okay, I think I end the stream here. Oh. Thank you very much for watching. For me, just grinding, Grand Blue and this. Right now I'm just gonna go off now. So, I will see you next time. Probably I don't know whether it's tomorrow because generally speaking, the event thing only starts today. So tomorrow probably will be no stream. The next time I stream probably next week, and there's a lot of stuff in the next 2 weeks. So I think next week's stream will probably be just HK and Nikkei, but we shall see. Yeah, there's actually nothing much to say this stream, to be honest. I just really just doing whatever I want. Anyway, yeah, I will see you next time. If you enjoy Trails, yeah, I'm playing Cold Steel, where Rin, which is what who's I was playing off, I guess. Will be the lead in that story, and we'll be going through his journey there. Obviously, it's going to be a replay because I already played it many times at this point. But obviously, I have not played it for like I think good 5 years, 6 years now. So Cold Steel 1 is actually mostly out of memory. I still remember how I built roughly anyway, so we shall see how it will go. But yeah. Anyway, by the time we come back to Trails Beyond the Horizon, it should be 2030. Maybe. But we shall see though. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye.